All right, we go, guys. Match.
Today. We are full steam ahead for
Aldass versus.
We have to report to you first up that the match itself
South
was
Coast. Here we go.
by the weather. Certainly may have its dynamic effect by this tremendous scale of rain which is upon us. And this is a kick-off. It could prove a considerable test for the officials and certainly for the players. We do have our fingers crossed that it won't affect the game itself. I'll tell you what, this could be a bit different. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. Looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have high-caliber meeting with very little at stake.
Right,
but then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players.
Here we go, lads. Gary Neville here, accompanied by Jamie Robinson, and we are live for South Coast here on Super Saturday in a rainy stadium here today in Aldass on Super Saturday on Sky Sports Republican, and it will be Aldass taking on against these two teams. It's going to be a big, very big match between these two squads. Now Angel Di Maria will cross it in now. No, he doesn't. Now Sago, cross, shot, save. Yeah, great save there, and I thought it could be a goal already just straight before international break. International break's all over now. We're back to soccer, the Premier League of soccer, as we should be doing. And we're back here for Super Saturday. There's a chance here for a shot here. Oh God, he's going to the goalkeeper direct. Could have been a goal.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone.
Now it's Memphis Depay. Now it's Obama. Cut out in the nick of time.
Now Jack Cole. Now Rento Sanchez. Good tackle there from Daley Blind. Now obviously got to play RB Leipzig on Wednesday night in the UEFA Champions League. They've got to play Aldass. They've got to play in the Champions League against RB Leipzig, and then with South Coast got to play in the Europa League against Eintracht Frankfurt away from home in Germany. That's going to be a real hard to play against these two teams during the week in the European soccer this week. Now Toni Kroos. And now here's Rento Sanchez. We'll pass the ball now to Lucas Perez. And now he's through here. And South Coast are through. It's a chance here for a goal. It's a goal for South Coast. I didn't expect this to happen. South Coast are 1-0 up away from home against, oh my God, against Aldass. And right there, that was nothing at all great about that, because it's a goal all day long. And it is a goal for South Coast, and I can't believe it. How could Aldass lose this game? Because there's a chance on this team, if they win today, they will move from being 8th in the league up to 4th, and that's a Champions League spot. And lose today, that ain't good, that isn't. But goal scorer number 9, Youssef Poulsen. Yeah, goal. Even Atkinson will be very delighted about that. They learned, I think, from the Wales game, the League matchup, and actually they actually lost. They actually lost 3-2 against them away from home at Warefield Stadium. But can they learn from that game? Because that game was a great game, it was. I thought Wales could drop point against South Coast, but I think South Coast have learned from that game. They can do the same thing into another big team, maybe, if they can really be potential enough to do that. Anyways, at the moment, it's South Coast. Now, Mesut Niang, Uber. Oh, he's terrible down there. He is terrible. Just crunched him down on the floor. And oh my God, terrible defending at the back. Now Perez. Oh, it could have been turned onto South Coast because they've been sleeping. I think they've been daydreaming on the defence a little bit, because they're letting South Coast go through a lot in that game, that attacking wise. There might be batsmen you cannot lose against South Coast at home, even though they are the team in the Champions League, and they're not. Doesn't matter. There are a good side there, South and Aldass. Aldass are a good side. Now it's a chance here for another poor defence. A penalty! Oh my God! It's a penalty to South
The
Coast.
last thing they wanted to
This is a disaster here from Joachim Löw's team. And even Joachim Löw is having to go at the fourth official, saying, "What's going on? Why is it a penalty?" He's shouting to the fourth official. The anger on the manager, the head coach Joachim Löw for Aldass Gunners Soccer Club. It's a penalty to the away team. I cannot believe South Coast could be leading. Oh, a save! It could have been 2-0 to South Coast, but a save there from the goalkeeper, Peter Lukowski, the Republic States #1, saves it, and now Joachim Löw can be a little bit happy about that. At least it didn't go in the back of the net. You can look at the possession. Aldass have dominated so much possession, and there's a trick. I think Joachim Löw would be not happy about his team's performance, and the defence have been sleeping. They've been in that game. You can see the frustrations on that as well. At the moment it's 1-0 South Coast. I know they've got to play the Europa League. They've got to play against Eintracht Frankfurt on Thursday night. They've got to play, so maybe that could be something happy that they got a result in the Europa League. And David Atkinson will be very pleased about his team's performance because they're winning 1-0 against 1-0. That's not good. Not good at all.
Keeper goes long.
Now Mesut Özil, Suarez, now Uber, offside.
It does much sometimes. He has to.
Ball.
Out wide to the right. It's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Memphis Depay. Well played, he saw that coming.
Now Yusuf Poulsen.
Can't get the better of his opposite number.
Now back to Cristiano Farino. Now William Hansberg. Now Farino. Good tackle here. Penalty. Oh my God, their defending has been terrible for Aldass. They're giving it away to South. And Suarez. Now Di Maria. Now Mesut Özil. Now Suarez. Penalty. Referee. Yes, it is. It's now a penalty. I just think it is just on the box. A yellow card to Rento Sanchez. And it's a foul. I think it's a penalty. I think. Let's see the replay.
He had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Yeah, it's a free kick just outside the box. It could have been a penalty, but it's a free kick. And right there, it could have kicked for Aldass. Oh, that was not a good one. Now Suarez again with a shot. And Ucha, the Mexican goalkeeper, trying to make that perfectly clear to Luis Suarez. That ball to go past him, and it's now a corner now for Aldass now. Crossing now for Toni Kroos. They're losing 1-0 at home. And now Depay. Oh my God, what a save there from Ucha. That was a one-handed save. That was, I think, the best saves in the group. He's going to go past him today, but he's doing a very good job. And look at this, defensively, they've been very poor. And Ramos not take the ball from the captain, but he's been poor as well. What's going on with this team at the moment? They're losing 1-0 against at home against South Coast. They had not much possession in the game, but they're lucky to get a goal out of this. Chance here for Aubameyang. Now Uber. Pass the ball back, Aubameyang through, and finally Aubameyang equalises. That is something right there that could really be happy about right there. That is something special because there's a goal all day long.
Well, you know, thinking about that,
there you
I
go.
think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well done.
Goal scorer.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the
game.
Emre
Aubameyang.
very
good contest with
yeah,
two
I
very
knew
good
that
sides
wasn't going to end that long. It would in South Coast. If they actually really pressed a lot in the game, it could really happen. But at the moment, it's 1-0. In bit poor. Now Lucas put in that attacking area, and now Lucas Digna
looking for options.
Chance, cross.
It's a brilliant interception.
Oh, what a wonderful save right there. And at the moment it's Aldass 1, South Coast Rangers 1.
They've played it short. Delivers
Now
across.
Pavard.
Oh, well defended.
Now
That
Bamiyang
had
has
to
won
be
the
done.
ball there. And the whistle has
That'll
blown
be
for
the
half.
last
And
genuinely
yeah,
very
there Bamiyang.
watchable.
But the
2
half-time
goals,
score at the
1
break is Aldass 1, South
We reached
Coast
the halfway
Rangers
point.
1.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good?
Anyway, we'll go to the half-time
picks
talk.
up
We'll
where
come
it
back
left
and we'll
off.
do the second half.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Let's get into the second half right here, right now. For at the moment, Aldass are trying their. Well, Aldass have been okay in the first half. They had made a great chance or make great breakthrough from poor defending from Ramos and Hummels. But for Aldass at the moment, I mean, they quickly had an attack from Suarez and Aubameyang, and that's why they scored the goal to make it 1-0. But at the moment, it's 1-1 at half-time. Anyway, let's get to the second half right here, right now on Super Saturday. The score is Aldass 1, South Coast Rangers 1, and here we go.
Here it comes. Hummels battles to win it back. Kroos plays it forward. There's a long ball. Looks to play him in.
There you go.
It's a minor communications breakdown.
Big boot now from Peter Lukowski. Header. They got to get a result, Aldass, if they want to. Oh, Memphis! That's a poor defending there from. Now Memphis to buy through. It's very close to make it 1-2-1. That's a great breakthrough. Poor defending right there from Papadopoulos for South Coast. He gave it away to Memphis. Had a shot, and it could have been 2-1 to Aldass. They have to win today if they want to try and get in, push into the top 4. If they win today at the moment, but it's been very. It's not been much in the one. Trying to win the ball, but now here's Ucha.
Danger averted for now.
Now here's
Toni Kroos. Cuts it out.
Oh, good. Won the ball closely.
Clearance and very necessary.
Game now, Toni Kroos. Big boot away.
Tries to get it forward
now
quickly.
Good ball. Now Poulsen. And now there's a chance here. Good tackle from Leon Sago.
And it's Lucas Perez.
Yes, this is it.
Di Maria, a definite fell there.
Right, here we go. Now there's a chance. A good tackle. Sago on Suarez.
Di Maria looking for space out wide.
Now here's a good ball here.
Di Maria.
Now Toni Kroos.
Memphis Depay.
Now Memphis Depay. Depay tried. Good tackle there from the defence.
Pass.
At the moment now is Rento Sanchez. Good tackle there.
Interesting.
And there's Aubameyang through for Aldass.
Cautionary.
Good chance for Aubameyang. It's a Memphis Depay. Aubameyang, Suarez. Oh my God, they've been second half. They've been really taking control of the game a lot in the game, but they can't get a ball. Aubameyang. Oh my God, what a! It was going to be a backheel shot, like a little flick from his back of his toe, and that could have been a goal. That could have been. That was actually going right on the target. That was going to go in. Look at that ball, that right there. It could have been a goal there. He did that, and even the keeper, that could have actually gone in. That was inches wide. It was. If that went in, that would be the best goal of the month. That would be that Aubameyang got in. But at the moment, it's still 1-1 between Aldass and South Coast Rangers. South Coast are trying to learn their trade from what happened the last game when they drew against. When they lost against Warenord. They lost 3-2 against Warenord at the Warefield Stadium. They actually gave them a game, they did. They might have lost a game, but they want to try and maybe get a draw out of the big boys, maybe the next time they play against the big teams. And that's what they're trying to do against Aldass at the moment. Joachim Löw's team have been very terrible. They got Leipzig on the Champions League, RB Leipzig. At the moment,
out to the left it goes.
It's poor at the moment for these teams. And there's a chance here for a shot. Shot! Oh, come on, he could be a goal for South Coast there for make it 2-1 South Coast. Very close. It could have been a goal. It could have been for South Coast at the moment. And even Joachim Löw. It's only 20 minutes to go until the end of the game. They have to get something out of this, Aldass, if they want to try and get in that top 4 or drop points there, because that won't be good at all. Now there's a chance.
Forward it goes.
This top 4's really open if they win today. There's a chance.
Oh,
now Ramos.
But he's given the answers.
Free kick.
Ran himself into trouble there. Free kick
now
given away.
Referee to give a warning to the captain, Lucas Perez, for what he was doing in that period right there in the game. is it? Now Lucas, oh, could have been a goal there. 15 minutes to go until the end of the game. 15 minutes, terrible.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still
now
time for some ebb.
Chance. Oh, save from Peter Lukowski. What a save from him. It could have been a save there from Luka. That was one of the greatest saves from Peter Lukowski for Aldass. That's a world-class save, that is. It could have been 2-1 to South Coast. The away team could have scored. And now it's a chance for Luis Suarez. Now Aubameyang's through on his own. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's, oh my God, it could have been a goal to make it 2-1 to Aldass. It was really could have done. It could have been. It could have been 2-1, and it was a 1v1 situation to Ucha. And it don't say it's going to be 1-0 between these two at the moment. Even David Atkinson will be very happy for his team to get a point out of this game at the moment on Super Saturday. The score at the moment is Aldass 1, South Coast Rangers 1. And South Coast will get 1 point, will give them 15 points in 10th spot. And also Aldass will get 24 points if it stays like this today as well. And that, unless they get a goal of some sort. I can't believe they're level away at home against South Coast. That's why they're not in the top 4. And they're a big club there. There's a chance. Oh, it's a penalty! Oh my God, there's a second penalty of the game. They already had one penalty, and South Coast have got a second penalty of the game.
Well,
the first penalty was saved by Peter Lukowski earlier ago, but now they've got another penalty, another foul, and terrible defending, and all the Aldass fans are booing, and they are booing right now, the fans at the moment. They are booing, and Lucas Digna will take the penalty, and will he score? He's going under treatment now. Lucas Digna, he scores it! It's 2-1 to South Coast. Oh my God, South Coast, the little club, are making an underdog win against Aldass, an underdog win. This club is not a good club. They are a mid-table team, and they are winning away from home against Aldass. They've got a Champions League game on the week against RB Leipzig. South Coast, on the other hand, played against Wernald last game. They did lose the game 3-2, this club, but they're actually playing, they're actually trying to learn how to be strong against the big boys, the big clubs, and they're actually winning 2-1 away from home at the moment, and that is not good at all. There's a lot of boos from the fans. The Aldass fans are booing. Boo!
So we have a breakthrough.
A lot of boos there. Joachim Löw's team. It's not over just yet. It could be. It could be here all over. I can't believe it. South Coast are winning 2-1 away from home. How could South Coast win 2-1 away from home? And now Ramos wins the ball back with defender. Now he finds Suarez down the line. Oh, that was a terrible ball. And even Joachim Löw could be very angry about that. His team is dreadful today. The fans are booing. They want to encourage his team to get a goal back, but I don't think they will, because at the moment it's actually rubbish. A lot of boos from the fans, and the underdog team are actually playing away from home. And yeah, it's offside, I think.
Oh, the referee's booking him here for a dive.
Yeah, it is muddy and raining, but 2-1 to South Coast.
For him to think
beat
he could
Aldass
get
2-1 at their ground.
That
was going to be them being in the top 4 they win today. If they don't win today, they'll get a point, then that will pop them in 7th and that. But even, that was terrible. We've got 2 minutes to range of stoppage time left. 2 minutes to go, and it's all over, I think. South Coast are going to win this game by 2 goals to 1. A penalty there from Lucas Digna won them the game. It's all over
for his opponent.
And it's all over, and the boos are shaking in the stadium. And that's a great win for the away team. How could Aldass lose? How could Aldass lose? There's a lot of the fans right there. This is it. This is bad. This is a lot of boos. You can see the boos from the fans.
Not to lose more than trying to win, and I think
that is disgusting. How could Aldass won against South Coast? All over. So the full-time score is at the Gunner Park Stadium. It was Aldass 1, South Coast 2. Yeah, boos. And Joachim Löw is not happy about it at the moment. And Joachim Löw is just saying, apologising to the fans for what happened, because that would have been a chance for them to push into the top 4 today. And that means they lost today 2-1 against South Coast. I can't believe it. A last-minute penalty from Lucas Digna, and they're points off of Aldass. and that puts them in 10th still, but with 17 points in the league, and that is not good for South Coast. What's your thoughts on that, Gary Neville? Yeah, it was not good at all at the team. It wasn't good at all for the Aldass's team. They were absolutely terrible today. You could look at the players. They weren't defending properly. They've been out of shape, the defenders. They've been in different positions. Don't know what they're doing. All right, a goal from a back, but it wasn't good enough today. And unfortunately, they lost by 2-1. And South Coast will take the result, take them away from home. And yeah, they won today by 2-1. And it's not good, really. Booze from the fans. You can really apologise to the fans, really, because that is disgusting. Aldass should be winning this game today. And plus, they got on their Champions League game against RB Leipzig this weekend. I know the defending's been fantastic, but you cannot lose at home against South Coast. They're a big team. And also, Aldass are like a mid-table team. Plus, they've got Europa League, okay. But they're not a good team, they're not. South Coast, they're not a good team. And at the moment, they won the game 2-1, so... not good. It's not being very good game. A lot of fans will not be happy about it, but at least it's not my team. Okay, all right, this is it. Let's end the Twitch video right there. We'll be back for more Twitch streams in a minute. We're back in a minute.